Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra, everyone. Thank you. Come in and click the like button, please. This is my second video today, y'all. And then I'm going online tonight with dropping extra sassy tea talk. So I'm working today, y'all. My sister let me borrow her computer because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to get. And I am on StreamYard. I'm going to try sharing my screen and all sorts of things. So everyone that came in here, thank you so much. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. I hope the sound and everything is okay. If so, just give me a 1, let me know. I have my moderators in here, Capricorn Flower. I see Mama Bees is the first one in the building. Thank you so much. We have Sharon Gobble. Thank you for coming back, Sharon Gobble. I had a quick live this morning on the draft story that has been ongoing, and everyone just liked the video. Thank you so much for coming in. And the draft story, of course, was the Shador Sanders story that dropped from expected first round pick to third round pick, number 144, by the Cleveland Browns. So congratulations to the Sanders family. And then also later that same day, we found out that Shiloh went undrafted, but he is going to be with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So the Tampa Bay Bucks. Shiloh have a chance to make that team. So congratulations to Deion Sanders and the Sanders family. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, y'all see my t-shirt, right? Earlier today, I had this guy. And let me know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull this up on another outfit just to make sure that I can see what's going on while I'm in here, because I can't see your comments now. I thought I could share and then also be on the screen as well with this. That's what I was trying to do. Let me check this out. 1 second. All right. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. I appreciate that. All right. And thank you also for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. Just come in and click the video if you're here. Okay, there we are. I show my live. Oh, wow. Y'all, I feel like I got 2. Okay, so can we see what I was sharing? Were you able to see the picture that I was sharing? Let me try that again. Let me try present. Okay, and I've got it up, so now I can actually see if I can share the screen and present while I'm up here. I'm not going to try to be too fancy. Okay, let me see. Select a tab. This is the tab and share. I tried it again. Okay, let me know if. Okay, I also have that pulled up. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, this is my t-shirt that I'm wearing today as well. This is I Am Tamok, everybody. Can you believe that? He's still fine. This is a recent picture. So he was actually in The Last Dragon, which was the Motown movie. And everyone expected him to have a big career after that. Even though he wasn't the greatest actor, they were going to use him as a martial arts heartthrob. And I was watching an unsung type documentary on him. He said that didn't happen for him because he didn't have good management. And the management that he had went behind his back to the studio and told them that they were going to need a 3-picture deal, y'all. Can you believe that? Sometimes it's not good to have people that are not experts in what they're doing, because can you imagine if Tamok, The Last Dragon, had been his first film, and then we started seeing him in a series of films as a martial arts heartthrob? That would have been amazing, because we didn't see him again until A Different World episode where he was this baseball player they drafted, and the guy tried to S.A. Freddie. And then another one, place we saw him, he was in Janet Jackson's Let's Wait a While video. So try to have the right management, everybody. One Crafty Sister, thank you so much. Welcome to the chat, Sharon Gobble. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Everybody click the like button as you come in. Okay, and now that I have this, I'm able to actually share while I'm online. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I was looking at I had saved in my Instagram. And I have one more heartthrob. This is Morris Chestnut, everybody. Morris keeps a job. He has a show called Watson. Now, I always forget to watch. Somebody put girl version of her dad. This is his daughter, Paige. You know, Morris has been married to his wife for about 30 years or so. She's a model, and look at her. She has his entire face is the headline. That's from a site called Essence of Black Culture. Isn't that beautiful? Love it. I love that. Okay, and then I didn't watch this interview yet, but it looked good, everybody. I just saw little clips from it, but we have Nene, who interviewed Deshawn Snow. She's from season 1. And remember, Deshawn Snow had a charity event. She had a good relationship at the time with her husband. They're now divorced, but he was in the NBA. And Deshawn was friends with everybody. She didn't feud. So what Nene's talking to her about, I didn't get to watch it yet, but they didn't ask her back the next season. And you know what I believe? I believe they didn't ask Deshawn Snow back because she wasn't ghetto enough. Because over the years watching Mr. Andy Cohen, I think he likes a certain amount of strife and ratchetness among the Black housewives. And that bothers me that he does that, because there are many more aspects to being a Black woman, a Black professional, a Black stay-at-home mom, a working mom, a career person, than somebody that's just snapping their neck all the time and threatening people. But Andy Cohen didn't ask Deshawn Snow back. So I'm going to watch this interview and see what she thinks about it. Everyone in the chat is speaking to each other. I love to see that. Okay, so that was the other story I looked at. I haven't followed up, but I probably will talk about that if I get any more good information from that story. This is the follow-up from a story a lot of people are covering now. This is from Essence of Black Culture, but watch my earlier short. Well, it's not a short because it's like 15 minutes, but I delve into the Falcons' fine. So they fined them $250,000, and that's the team. They fined the defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, $100,000, and it's Ulbrich's adult son. People, when you hear this kid and that kid, adult son, the man's in his 20s, just like Shador's in his early 20s, okay? So he accessed the private number, and they're calling it a prank call, but he committed a crime, falsely claiming he'd be drafted next, and turned that moment meant to celebrate into public confusion and embarrassment. And y'all, Shador Sanders have already accepted a call from this grown man and accepted his apology. That's amazing. Cece, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much. I am Miss Missy. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Mama Beast, thank you for greeting everyone as they come in. Capricorn Flower, my other moderator that's in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, so that is the end of the story on that. And I hope it's not the last that we hear of that. I still want Jeff Ulbrich fired, y'all. Do you think that's a firing offense? Sharon Gobble says, the more ghetto you are, the more Andy likes you. I'm starting to see that. And I hate that that's what I'm seeing, but that's exactly what it is. The more ghetto you are, the more Andy likes you. Okay, I'm going to go back to that other screen. And there are a few more stories in here that we can talk about as well. I'm going to skip Portia because I know the ladies tonight are going to bring that up. Because Portia was on Watch What Happens Live. We had she was there with Giselle. So Giselle was actually trying to, well, let me show you what Giselle said. Giselle speaks out about the situation with Kenya and Britt. Well, this is not from Watch What Happens Live. This is from OMFG reality TV. You notice how they let the housewives and then speak to certain segments of the population, like the two guys over at Page 6 when they do that tea thing. This is something else. They always let them come over there.
Yeah. And that was turned into, I'm going to get
here. Put one in the chat.
Right? That's like, wow.
Yeah.
So had she been, this is also a person that's probably not been with Bravo for more than 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, you should have been fired on the spot.
For the pistol comment. Yeah.
And so we never would have gotten to the
hair care moment.
Yes, hair care moment. You know what I'm saying? Like we should never even gotten there because that should have been.
I agree with Giselle. I don't agree with Giselle on a lot, but I agree with Giselle on that. She said they never would have got there to the hair care moment if they had handled the moment with what she did to her as far as threatening her. And she did threaten her. I'm going to post a comment that I saw that I liked, that we were just talking about the Shador Sanders story. Sharon Gobble, that's on my sentiments exactly. I'm glad he was fined. I'm glad he was fined because I didn't think they were going to do anything to him, but that is a start. $100,000 personal fine. That's a lot of money. Defensive coordinator is a 7-figure job. They probably make $1 million or more a year. So that's just going to hit him in the pocketbook a little bit. And then the Atlanta Falcons as a team, $250,000 But what the Shador and also the other recruits, they received prank calls as well. Shador's just the face of it because he is the most prominent one that they did that to. But yeah, at least he got the fine. And then here's another comment. The more ghetto you are, the more Andy likes you. That's true. That's true. We see that in Andy. Okay, I'm going to go back, everybody, and share the screen again because I had a few more topics that I wanted to bring up. I think those fines were light work, Cece says. The son stole Privacy Act information in addition to the prank. Cece, that is true. And they're trying to treat it like, oh, these young boys are going to be boys. And there's a lot more to it than that. Because you're right. He did steal private information. His father took home a company laptop or a company, I think they said it was an iPad. So he took that home. He let an adult, because this young man is an adult. He's not under 18. He's not even under 20. He's 21 years old. He's an adult. And he took that information home and accessed private information of multiple people. I commented on the story that not enough. He left company property unsecure. Private information of multiple people was abused. Fire him. And then Atlanta thirsty celebrities stop going to the games until they fire him. Oh, and someone put his son posted the video online and is banking on the views. Okay. So if it's on YouTube, I haven't been able to find it on YouTube. I just saw people talking about it on YouTube. But what I would like to see them do is fire him. And then if it is on YouTube somewhere, what they need to do is demonetize it, because there's no way that he should be making money off of this. I don't think that's right. It's not right for him to make money off of that. Oh, I am Miss Missy giving information that I didn't have. I am Miss Missy. The average salary is about $60,000 according to Google. That sounds low for a defensive coordinator for NFL team, $60,000. That sounds low. Well, that's going to break him, the $100,000. If that salary is correct, that could break him. And I think he should still lose his job, because that Atlanta Falcons is a team. Deion Sanders played with them for years and brought a lot of flash to the city. Yeah, and I am Miss Missy agrees. Yes, it is very low. It is. That's a low salary. I clicked out of present and I was supposed to there's a special way you do it so you don't lose the whole page, but I didn't do that. But I'm getting better with this. I appreciate everybody's patience that comes to the lives. Okay, I'm going to start sharing the screen again because I had a few more stories on here. Okay, we'll go back. Oh, I see where stop sharing is now. I said I'm not going to cover Portia because we're going to talk about that tonight. I have a Sinners live, everybody. I watched Sinners for the second time. I went with my sister yesterday and was touched by it as much. I discovered a lot more in the plot watching it for the second time. That's a movie that I recommend seeing multiple times. I've seen it in traditional theaters. We just had the recliners. You could eat there, but they have something called 4D, which shakes your seat and all of this kind of thing. And then they have another way to view called IMAX. You can watch it in IMAX. So I'm probably going to see it one more time in one of those other formats. And I want to share this with you. This is the young actor, Miles Caton. My sister said he's a young man with a old voice. He's singing a child. What's that? Put it on if you can see it. What's the train drama? You hear that voice run? I love gospel music. Let me stop right there, y'all. That boy's voice is anointed, y'all. He's so amazing. Oh my God. I'm gonna find that whole video. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch it. His voice is anointing. It really is. It's amazing. Somebody's expressing concern about maybe the movie being too scary. Let me go back. Okay. I'll put your comment up so we can talk about it. CC, I don't love scary movies myself, but the way I describe this movie, it actually is more historical. It takes place in 1932. So if you look at something like The Color Purple, or one of my favorite movies, The Learning Tree, produced by Gordon Parks, takes place in 1932 Mississippi, and it just starts out just a regular townspeople, the two twins returning to the town. Sammy, the young man Miles Caton I just showed you, he's a church boy. He sings in the church. There's field hands. There is a supernatural element that takes place. And as you know, there are really no spoilers now. If you haven't seen it, you've heard about it. There are vampires in the movie, but it is not a vampire movie. There are a lot of lessons about our ancestors and things that we could learn. But I do get it when you say you think the scary bits might keep you up, or cause you to have dreams. Oh, you have to stick to my reviews? Okay. My review, I was kind of animated during the review, and I did give spoilers, but I did warn the people that came in. Mama B says, CC, my sister said it wasn't scary. It was thought-provoking. That's a good way to describe it, Mama B. That's what I think, too. I think it was more thought-provoking than scary. I will have to say that. But it's absolutely an important movie. It's something that I think every Black person, and if you're another culture, you don't have to be Black to enjoy the movie. Anybody can enjoy this movie if they go in there with an open mind and they don't deny what actual history is. Because Ryan Coogler did his homework on this, and there's a lot of it that is historical. This is something coming up this fall, y'all. I love documentaries. This is Being Black is Lit is the page. Let me see. I'm not sharing. Let me go back and see if I can start sharing that again. All right. One thing I want to show you. This is a story that I don't know when it happened, but I started seeing things about it. Okay, there we go. I'm going to highlight it while I talk about it. Okay, this is a case. This young lady, you see this beautiful Black woman right here? Look at her surroundings. Look at the people she's with. Y'all, this lady went to a sleepover with this group of women. Never. Sandra P., let me tell you something. I never have. I never will. You wouldn't see me in this circumstance. If you watch the movie called Sinners, you see why you stay away from. Look at this. Somebody made a comment. So sad. These ladies know something. Look at that. Okay, this young woman is no longer here. She's no longer here, and it's a mystery. And I'll tell you what the rumor is. The rumor is that one of the husbands of one of these young ladies, her name is Tamla, one of the people that were at this sleepover party. I'll read the documentary first, then I'll give my view. Follow the upcoming documentary at Who Killed Tamla as it fearlessly dives into the unsettling truth behind Tamla's mysterious death, pushing past silence and seeking justice. This story needs your attention because truth and accountability should never be silenced, and we must protect Black women. It streams exclusively this fall, 2025, on Amazon Prime. Okay, everybody? And this is what one of the comments, they killed her and covered it up. I will tell you what I heard about it. Allegedly, and in my opinion, I heard that one of the husbands beat this girl to death. So I don't know if they were trying to do something freaky deaky. I don't know what happened. Yeah, Mama B's just said what happened. Sharon Gabo, I love documentaries as well. Hello, One Crafty Sister. And you know my movie as well. What, you love The Learning Tree? One of my favorite movies too. My mother didn't let us watch any and everything. And my father was a TV and a movie buff. So that was something that we all agreed on. We all loved The Learning Tree. Okay, I remember that, Mama B says. They unalived her. Yeah. So this documentary, I can't wait to see it. It's going to give us hopefully more insight. And the way they're saying it, I don't know that anybody ever paid for that. I'm going to highlight Cece's comment. I've preached to my children, never be the only one in a group of others, period. Cece, that's sage advice. I was preached the same thing. I was just sharing some of my family stories yesterday when I was doing the Sinners review. Because I'm 54. My mom was 50. My mom was 40 years old when she had me, 42 when she had my sister. So she gave birth to 8 children. I have one heavenly sibling, but we range in age. I have older sisters that are boomers. But my mother and father, they're both from North Carolina. They met in New York. But the stories that they've told us about the things that certain people get up to, You don't want to be the only one. You don't want to be alone. And it's not being overly suspicious or bigoted towards somebody else or anything like that. It's just for safety reasons, and just being smart. Rest in peace to Tamla. I'm not saying that she did anything wrong. I'm just saying I could have never been somewhere like that with a group that looked like that for overnight. You can't get me to eat some of the potlucks that they try to bring into work, let alone going to your house and spend the night. No. Okay, let's see what comments. All right, the last comment was Cece's comment, and I agree 100%. I shared Miles Caton. This young man has a complete history guide to sinners. I haven't looked through that yet, but I have to look through that. We might talk about this tonight. These two young ladies. You see, Angela Oakley is on everybody's lips. She's there with Wendy Williams, Queen Wendy. And this was posted by Angela Oakley. She said, how could one night of fun turn into such internet fodder? That's a trip. Cece says, I saw a meme of Mary from Sinners with a caption about be careful who you invite to the cookout. That's right. She invited herself because the man kept telling her, you're not allowed in here. But then at the end, he just couldn't help himself because she said, I'm coming. I'm not here to see you. When she came in there, she was there to see him. And now he had to see her throughout eternity and not see the son, including his twin brother who he came into the world with. That's something else. But the movie, for Mama Bees and everyone who hasn't seen it yet, the movie has a lot of points that, to me, relate to modern day, and just a lot of life lessons. Y'all have to clean this out. I have saved so much stuff. Yeah, and some of the stuff is old, so I apologize for that. And that might be the end. Let me see where we are as far as time. I'm going to stop sharing and go back to a full screen. Okay. And I'm still learning streaming. Oh, we're 22 minutes in. This is great, everybody. Okay, thank you. We're making really good time. Because again, tonight, if you will, join Dropping Extra Sassy Tea Talk. We're going to do the official review tonight. And that's on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the latest episode. You see Portia's doing all of this Tootsie rolling, trying to secure her reputation, which has always been trash, except for her first season when she was masquerading as a housewife to Cordell Stewart, when really the garden tool was right underneath the surface. Somebody scratched it and it jumped out and has been out for years. So she's getting a lot of questions about what she said about Angela's husband. That's Angela's husband. She tried to make it a joke, but it's not funny to me. It's not funny and it's not cute. And I used to really like Portia. I'm just viewing her with different eyes now. Not Bruce Leroy. Yes, CC, Bruce Leroy, the Shogun of Harlem. I had a picture of him. I think he's about 60 now, but he was still fine. It's a recent picture and he looks really good. I was telling everybody that he told a story about he was offered a 3-movie deal and his management team, they wanted something else, extension of that. And the studio ended up telling him, never mind. And then the only thing I saw him in since was Janet Jackson's Let's Wait a While video and an episode of A Different World. Okay, so since I spoke about Sinners, I had a post about their blockbuster sales. They just hit 122.5 million in domestic ticket sales and 161 million in global ticket sales. And as we know, the movie cost $90 million to make. Ryan Coogler is in a blockbuster deal with them. He has actually been earning money from the first dollar before the studio even got their money back. So congratulations to those brothers that worked on that film. Ryan Coogler, his gorgeous wife, Zenzi Coogler. They're expecting their second child. And they've been married probably about 10 years. So congratulations to them. Mama Bees, I started watching it, but I fell asleep. Love Hotel. I haven't watched Love Hotel yet. That's, the only two that I really know on there is Giselle and Ashley. I can't stand Ashley. I tolerate Giselle because you can get a funny moment or two out of Giselle. So I might watch that. I'm pretty sure I won't be reviewing it, but I'll watch it. I believe Tea Talk with Your Girl says that she's probably going to watch it and she may talk about it or review it. I'm not sure. So yeah, that is another project. Giselle is doing well. She can work outside of Real Housewives of Potomac. That's pretty good. Because Andy loves himself some Giselle. As I said, she was on Watch What Happened Live with Portia, the latest episode with Portia. Okay, let me see what else I had on here for a topic. I think I only have like a few more topics. because I was trying to just do fun stuff. So we did the movies. I did update on some of the Bravo stuff. Okay, I had something on black dollars. Do you remember when we first started looking at Target? Like, y'all acting funny. We're going to boycott y'all. It was a day. So this is just the numbers for, it says February 28th. On February 28th, that was a blackout date. As you know, it's been 40 days, and then now it's been extended to indefinitely because Target tried to be cute and meet with Reverend Al Sharpton, and we didn't tell them that Reverend Al Sharpton represents us because he doesn't represent me. Okay, it says here's some data to support the fact Black shoppers drove a $220 million decline in spending during Economic Blackout Day. So according to Numerator, it's a consumer insight firm, Black shoppers had the most substantial pullback. So for the sales dropped by 18.7% and trips declined by 17.6%. So that is amazing. We drove $220 million decline during that one day. So Target's they're gonna have to come correct. So no one has watched Love Hotel yet? Oh, Luann de Lesseps. She's funny. She was one of the OG New York housewives. I know who that is. And then Shannon Beador, I think, was on OC. I didn't really know that much about Shannon Beador. Okay, now let me see what else I had in here as far as topics. I think I would need about 1 to 2 more because, I like to keep it to a dirty 30 and just be really respectful of everyone's time that comes here and visit me. I appreciate it. Okay, so we have... This is Naomi Guillermo, and she is a soccer player. So she makes history. She's the first $1 million player in women's pro soccer. That's amazing. 24-year-old Naomi Guillermo, an Ethiopian American professional soccer player, made the first ever $1 million player. She made history in women's soccer. So congratulations to her. She's a beautiful young lady. Ethiopians, they do have that look, the very keen features. They're gorgeous. Okay, and then I should just have one more topic, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm still getting familiar with StreamYard. I'm right at 27 minutes, so I'm going to do the 30 at least. And I'll read some more comments as well. Let's see, and also showcase some more of you ladies' comments. I'm going to pull up the screen that does that. One crafty sister said, I know Target can't get me back. Oh, okay. I don't blame you for that, though. As I disclosed, I had to be honest. I went in there and just got necessities. And I've only been in there once since the boycott. And I had something else delivered one day. But it was like detergent and toilet paper and stuff like that. But yeah, Target has pretty much lost. I think they've lost like the loyalty that they had of most of the Black community for good. And I can't actually say that I blame anybody or that I'm sorry about it. Because these companies take us for granted and we keep them afloat. Amazon's another one, too, that we're going to be looking at. Okay, and we are right at 28 minutes. I'm sorry to keep doing the time check, but I'm getting a little bit better just finding out like how long it is and making sure it's not too short or too long. One of my moderators, my sister, Trust612, came in and says that haven't been to Target, was never the biggest fan anyway. Yeah, I do know you don't love Target. They have to have a really special sale or something that you're going in there for. As I said, that's my sister. That's the one who went with me to see Sinners yesterday. Her first viewing, my second, and now I want to see it on either IMAX or 4D. But I got to think about whether or not I can take 4D because 4D, like if you're in a seat and then they jump out at you, something shakes your chair. So I don't know. I might be a little too nervous to be able to withstand that. But I would definitely do IMAX. I would definitely love to do IMAX because it was beautifully shot. When they opened the film, the first time you see, I heard them call the pair of Jordans. First time you see the pair of Jordans, which is Michael B. Jordan playing his own twin, smoking Stack. They're leaning on the car they're driven down from Chicago. One's in a red fedora that is Stack, and then the one is in a Page Boy pull down Kango looking blue cap. That's Smoke. They were so gorgeous. I just want to see everything up close and personal. And that's what IMAX gives to you. It's a little more expensive. It is. It's a little more expensive, but I think it will be worth me watching. And let's see if I have any other comments on here. Trust612 spoke to everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank everyone for coming in. And if that actually, I'll let that be the last story, since we started out talking about sinners and that project. Thank you so much for joining Sandra P's Gen Extra. I appreciate it. If you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'm like 4 away from a goal. Okay. So I would appreciate that if you're not already subscribed. Please return tonight at 7:30 Eastern. We're going to give our review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, the latest episode that's dropping, Extra Sassy Tea Talk, which is Drop the Tea, myself, Sandra P's Gen Extra, Sassy TV from the 803, and Lovely Tea Talk with your girl. So we will be back tonight. And I would appreciate everyone that can come back tonight. If you've just come in, this is actually the end. I appreciate you stopping by. Just like the video, and you can be team replay. I thank you so much for that. Thank you for your patience while I worked out the little kinks in StreamYard. And it's just getting smoother and better as we go along. I thank you so much for your support, and everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.